Bunny Tears. What's crackin' Expressers? Happy Monday, my name is Bunny Tears, and welcome to Bunny Talks episode 5. Yes, indeed, it is Monday again, so it's my time of the week here on XpressNetwork, and I thought I'd bring you episode 5 of Bunny Talks. But before we get into what the Bunny Talks episode is actually going to be about, as always, first thing is first. This is a Call of Duty Ghost gameplay on Overlords. Now, I'm still on my 2-2 grind for free-for-all on Call of Duty Ghosts. I'm nearly there. I think I'm on like a 1.83 kill-death ratio and a 1.88 win-loss ratio. So I'm getting close. I think we're going to hit it soon. But until then, I'll still be playing free-for-all to get the highest KD possible and the highest win-loss possible with each game that passes. So that is essentially what you're watching. But let's move on to the actual question for today, which is brought to us by a gentleman called Cascade Rising. Now, this man is a man of few words, as I'm sure you can see. He just simply states, Bunny Talks -CHAVS. I like it, Cascade. I like it a lot. You don't have to say much, but you get your point across very well. So let's move on to the actual topic of this video and the subject we'll be talking about in this Bunny Talks. Now, the first thing that I want to do in this episode of Bunny Talks is actually explain what a chav is, because I'm nearly 100% sure that the word chav is actually a very British, a very United Kingdom word, and I'm not too sure that anyone from America would even know what it is, or what exactly it represents. So to make this a lot easier, and to try and avoid offending too many people, I am going to just explain to you guys what my opinion of a chav is, what I think the word chav describes. Because it's quite a broad term, it can be used in a number of ways, so I'm going to describe to you what I think a chav is. So in my opinion, a chav is someone who is quite low in the social ladder. They don't usually work, they're usually on benefits of some kind, they may be into some form of drug use, their style is, let's say, questionable, and their morals are more so. So that's essentially what a chav is to me. To put it bluntly, for you UK guys, a chav is someone who appears on Jeremy Kyle. For you US guys, a chav is someone who appears on Jerry Springer, for example. So that's essentially what I think a chav is, at least. I don't know if that's the dictionary definition, but that's what it is from my perspective, so that's what I'm going to talk about today. Now, for the longest time, the only feeling I had towards chavs was confusion. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I haven't had the greatest amount of experience with chavs. The only ones I've really had is through some people I've met. I've had some chav friends in the past, but apart from that, it's just random encounters on the street, things you see, or just, you know, television programs that basically are chav zoos, where they just put chavs on show, people watch to see, oh my god, look, it's a wild chav. Oh look, the wild chav is talking about his problems. That's basically the extent of my experience with chavs, but there was always one thing that really confused me. I can't seem to find a single chav. As in, no, I'm not talking about like a chav on his own. I mean a chav who isn't in some form of relationship. It seems like every single chav on the planet is in a relationship with another chav, or is sleeping with other chavs, or has problems because of relationships or sleeping with other chavs. That seems to be like just a chav's entire lifestyle. They just seem to be at the bottom of the social ladder. They have basically no money because they either spend it on drugs, or because they haven't got any money just because they're living off of the actual government because they don't have jobs, and yet all they do all day is get nookie, and it seems to cause them these hilarious problems that then come on our televisions, on TV shows and talk shows and things like this, and I didn't understand why. I never did. But I have some amazing news for everyone today. I have discovered why chavs are actually chavs. Now, I mean, there's something that makes a chav, and it seems to be their behaviors, even their looks, not only their style, but their physical appearance, the fact that they're always in relationships despite these physical appearances, and I know what has caused it all. When have you ever seen someone who works for a business company, like, let's say, a business administrator, who is as ugly as any of the chavs in these shows? Any of them, any one of these chavs. It never happens. It seems like these ugly people have been forced down in society, and then that kind of forces them to become chavs. So they are ugly, and that means they become chavs. It ends up, I've realized, that's actually not the case at all. And here, today, I am ready to reveal the cause of chavs. The reason why chavs exist. You heard it here first, people. It is drugs. Let me explain, please. Chavs are by definition poor because they spend their money on drugs. They are jobless because they spend their time on drugs and cannot function in a work environment. They have a lack of respect for society because they are on drugs. They have a lack of intelligence because they are on drugs. Their teeth are grinded and rotten away because they are on drugs. They are skinny and terrifying like Skeletor because they are on drugs. And what happens when you have no money, no job? You've had quite enough drugs for the day, but you need something else to do? Well, sex is free, and that's where all of these problems come from. These chavs have a lot of free time, and the only thing that's enjoyable and free for them is sex. The lack of intelligence just means that there's no fun in going to a museum or an art show. So remember, kids, the best way to stay off the drugs is by bringing out an advertisement like this. Stay off drugs. What's cracking, money boys? Or you might become a chav.